Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th. Hey everybody, we're celebrating Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th is a wonderful holiday that only comes around once in a while, so we have to get out there and just have a good time with it. And what we've decided to do is run Dementia 13 times. And my handy dandy crew here has put together a bunch of facts. 13 facts, count them, they're in these balloons behind me. I don't know what they are, but for each time that we show Dementia 13, I'm going to somehow get the data out of these balloons here, or out of a balloon, and then I'll share that with you. And what that means is obviously you're going to have to watch all 13 versions of the film in order to get them all together. So with that said, Morgan is my beautiful assistant, okay? Yes, who will be assisting me in getting the balloon and getting it open and stuff like that. So why don't we, okay, fact number one. Let's see if I can, there, okay. It says number 2 on it, I don't know what that means, okay? Let's see. It does no communication here, so let's see how it, okay, be ready. Ah! Whoa! Right there. Here's my first fact. Whoa! Okay. Oh, this film was originally just going to be called Dementia. Just Dementia. But the 13 was added because there was a 1955 film that was called Dementia already. So they didn't want to kind of infringe upon that kind of thing. They were thinking right there. So watch a film originally called Dementia, but we know it as Dementia 13. Wow. Hey everybody, we're doing our Dementia 13 marathon on Friday the 13th. There's no better film to show for that kind of thing. And Morgan, my assistant here, is helping me out in sharing facts about Dementia 13. And again, remember, the crack team has gone out and done the due diligence of research and stuff like that. And they have put a fact in each one of these balloons. So I'm going to work over here, Marg. Okay. So could you get me that pink one-ish thing that's right here? This one. Yes. It's not pink. I'm sorry. Are you colorblind? I hope you are, because it's orange. Oh, number 7. I hear it. So what kind of tidbit information are we going to learn about Dementia 13 this time? I'm kind of excited to find out. Stand back. Okay, get ready. Look at that! Right there! Right in my lap. Okay, here we go. Here's the next fact. You guys are doing good on these. Oh, Jack Hill was a co-writer on this thing. We know Jack Hill. He did one of the films that we love on this show, Spider Baby. He also did a lot of work for Roger Corman. Sometimes he was uncredited as a director on things like The Terror or Wasp Woman. And he did a film that he directed and wrote called The Isle of the Snake People. So Jack Hill, very important type of figure, and I have a feeling his name and the Spider Baby connection is going to pop up quite a bit in this film. Okay, that's fine. Let's watch Dementia 13 again. Wow. Wow, isn't this exciting? I mean, you get all kinds of marathons out there, you know, people on phones and donating money and stuff. We're not asking for money, we're just asking you to watch our marathon of Dementia 13. And again, my crack team have put together a lot of crap, okay, inside of balloons, and we're sharing one fact per showing and airing of Dementia 13. So let's get another item out of there. So let me see if I can do this blind. Okay, I'm reaching. Okay, watch me. Okay, am I okay, Borg? Okay. Whoa! Wow, that's a big one. I hear it in there. It better be something cool because that's it's got a number 8 on it. Okay, see, these are very random, right? I mean, they had to keep count, right? That's why you put the 1 through 13 on them because they didn't want to make too many. Okay, now let's see. Okay, yeah. Uh-oh. Is that it? I think it's this one. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. We did that one. Let's see. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, but close to it. Carl Schanzer is in this film, and you might know him. He was in Spider Baby. He was also in a film that Jack Hill had a lot to do with, Bloodbath. Whoa. So Carl Schanzer pops up in this thing. You know, there's you get your troupe of actors together and they kind of pop up over and over again. And we see this in this Dementia 13 film shown on Friday the 13th in a marathon, straight line. Watch out, it's coming at you. And watch more of Dementia 13, won't you? Having a lot of fun, aren't you? Friday the 13th isn't supposed to be a lucky day, but it's lucky for you because we are showing 13 times Dementia 13. And if you love that film, lucky day. If you don't like that day, still lucky, because you know, if you got nothing to do, there's nothing better than to watch Dementia 13 times in a row. And again, my crew put together some stuff. Let's work from over here. We've got facts, single facts, that are in each one of these balloons. What a clever idea these guys have. And, okay, yeah, right over here. And I'm going to take, well, I'm going to try. Watch out. It's a number 1. That might be a key fact type of stuff. So let's get in here and see what we got. Oh! Something about gravity. Things fall down like that. Oh, what does this say? Oh! It says here that the lyric from Tom Petty's song, The American Girl, Raised on Promises, might have been taken from this film. Okay? Because in the film they say something like, the Louise character says, especially in American Girl, you can tell she was raised on promises. So, heck, you know. You don't think this is a good film? You're wrong. Okay, you got Tom Petty, a great rock guy, right? He recognizes the good stuff. He's quoting the good stuff. You know, he probably quotes Shakespeare and Melville, and of course also Dementia 13. Yeah, people know stuff, guys. You don't want to put stuff down all the time. Dementia 13, great. That's why we're showing it 13 times in a row on Friday the 13th. Wait. No. I'm all excited about this Dementia 13 marathon. Don't get me wrong on that, okay? We're showing Dementia 13 times in a row on Friday the 13th. At the Movies with Film is very proud to give over that time to Dementia 13 and to celebrate Friday the 13th. One of our favorite dates of the year. So again, balloons behind me. Single facts in each balloon. Of course, I'm summarizing the kind of the rules of the game, right? And each one of these balloons has a fact about Dementia 13. Yeah. So we pulled from over here, I think, last time. We're going to pull from over here. Oh, my favorite color. Blue. I see it in there. Number 11. Okay. Watch out. Right there. Isn't it exciting? What do we got here? This is the big one. Patrick McGee is in this film, okay? And he worked a lot of things. He was in Tales from the Crypt. He was in The Mask of Red Death, right? One of those great Roger Corman films. He was in The Skull. Okay, not the Screaming Skull. No, The Skull. But he also worked with Kubrick in Clockwork Orange and Barry Lyndon. Oh! Think of the lineage from this film, right? I mean, a lot of guys worked on this film who were just beginning or doing a lot of, interesting B product. Look at those names. Clockwork Orange, Barry Lyndon, Stanley Kubrick. Do not make fun of Dementia 13 no more. Hey, everybody. Aren't you enjoying this? I sure am. Okay. I'm watching every second of these Dementia 13s that we're showing 13 times in a row. And, of course, we're sharing great information with you as well. I mean, think about it. We could have just ran Dementia 13 times in a row with nothing in between it, right? We could have went the lazy route, yeah, but we didn't. We really respect you guys. We really, okay, if we're going to give this over to At the Movies with Film, then it's going to be worth some stuff to you. And to us. A lot of energy. Okay, Morgan and the Monkey of Power put together this balloon deal. I walked in, I didn't know what the deal was. I had this great script and all these things that I was going to do about it. And they kind of said, no, you're not allowed to do that. And then, I kind of kicked about it a little bit. I'm kind of mad. But the wisdom of their ways has sort of wended its way into my heart. Okay, and I'm enjoying this. And I'm getting a lot out of it. So, again, in a balloon, we got some facts now, or a fact. This one over here is right. I think we need to go to. Not my, okay. Getting hard to reach these things. Oh, there is something in here. Let's see what we got with this one, okay? We ready? Whoa! Whoa, okay, now this is a big one here. Francis Ford Coppola is the director of this. And Roger Corman, you know Roger Corman, you love him, you can't live without him, right? Was making a film at the same time called The Young Racers. He was over in Ireland, and they had this set, and they had this castle and all this stuff, which you'll see in this movie, or you have been seeing in this movie, haven't you, right? You've already watched this film a bunch of times, and you're going to sit and watch it a bunch more. But he said, hey, Mr. Coppola, sir, he probably called him Francis, okay, and said, hey, you want to use this set? And he said, sure, but you got just a few days to do this. Yeah, and you can use the same cast, so he has Luana Anders come back, William Campbell, and Patrick McGee, and they all shot around and got this, well, it shows you, right? Roger Corman was a master of being able to sort of use his facilities wisely. It's like, there's some water left in this cup, okay? You want to drink it? Okay, and we can use it, right? I mean, I only spit in it a little bit, golly. Roger Corman's that kind of guy. Okay, said, hey, I got this, we got some more time on it. You can come up with a script, we'll shoot it, and then, we'll call it Dementia. Well, nope, we can't call it that. We got to call it Dementia 13. And again, we're showing it on Friday the 13th. Wham! Wham, I'm excited. Wham! Let's roll it! Hey, everybody. Yeah. We were just talking about how much we really like Dementia 13. It's really one of our favorite films. Remember back a long time ago, I think it was like 2002 or something like that, when we started, that was one of the first films we showed. Yeah, very early. And for myself, I have a soft spot for Dementia 13. And that's enough. Okay, now, yes, we would show it on At the Movies Film. You've seen it on here. But not 13 times in a row. Not no way, not no how. Okay, so, again, in celebration of our Friday the 13th, holiday, we are showing Dementia 13 a bunch of times, and 13 times it is, and we got a fact in each one of these balloons. Let me grab something over here. Oh, okay, yes. Now notice, there's a balance of things here, right? Now I've got to make sure that I take it out of the right one because things will fall. Now, and we don't want it to fall, okay? This is and you think about what balance is all about, justice. People sometimes put down Dementia 13, and we're giving it justice. We're giving its due time. So that's why showing it 13 times makes sense to me. Makes sense to Morph too. So I'm going to see if I can get another one out of here. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Ooh. Didn't fall. Okay. Number 5. Oh, let's see what we got here. Well, you should use an axe. Right? Didn't. Okay, here we go. Oh! Boy, what a mess we make here. Oh, backwards. Ronald Stein wrote the music for this. He was sort of a regular in this. He did the music for Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. He also wrote the music for Spider Baby. Golly. Okay. He wrote the music for The Terror. The Terror. And he did a film I haven't seen before called Naked Monster. That's crazy. And he did The Rain People, which was another Roger, not Roger, it was a Coppola film, an early Coppola film. So, golly. Ronald Stein, this one's for you, okay? Another showing of Dementia 13 on Friday the 13th. You're really digging this, aren't you? Really, I think they're really getting into this. I mean, once you've gotten into this thing a number of times, all of a sudden, okay, now you think about it, right? You watch a film once, yeah. Okay, you watch it twice, But if you get a chance to watch it 13 times, right? You got your notes, you're taking notes, and you can, and you say, I didn't realize that one brick there on that castle had a crack in it. Write that down, right? Because that's significant, part of the mise en scène. Not mise en scene, mise en scène, right? Got to teach you something, okay? So, right, you take notes, and you on your 13th time, and I'm betting, after you've watched it 13 times, you'll be sitting back and saying, gosh, I'd like to watch it again. Well, don't worry, we probably will show it. No doubt, guarantee, we will show it again on At the Movies with Film, so that you can bring your notes back out and say, gosh, I missed that sub-segment there, and I need to insert that there, and how that works. And then maybe you're going to do a lot of research, and really a lot more research than, you guys did a lot of research, I'm sorry. I mean, you're gonna, they might go out and find other things. Yeah, do that, yes, but not yet, okay? Got to get another fact. Now, what do we got here? We got 3 and 3, okay? I took it out of here last time, I think. Yep, so, okay, be careful, be careful. Wow. Oh, this sounds like a good one, Morgan. I don't even want to open that, it sounds so good. You hear that? Yeah. We're making quite a mess here, Philo, he'll clean it up. Halloween's coming around, right? So he can do that. Scared. It's shocking sometimes. Whoa! Well, Les Baxter. Yeah, well, he didn't write the music for this. He's a regular guy who did work for Corman and stuff. Pit Pendulum and things like that, right? Even did the American score for the Black Sunday, which is not a good one. But Les, yeah, you can do bad. Okay, but Les Baxter, he was sort of known for doing lounge type of music. Yeah, right. But they used some of the library music. They reused some of his music in this thing, right? Because that Stein guy, he did the music for this. Okay. You guys, you gotta watch out what you put in these balloons here, okay? No, it's okay. And this is arcane. This is what you call the arcane facts. So you learn a lot of different stuff, right? Library music, stock footage, dark stuff. Okay, folks, enjoy another showing of Dementia 13. Dementia 13. Roll it. We're really having a good time on this, aren't we, Morgan? Yeah, Morgan and I are just really beside ourselves with this great marathon that we're very proud to bring you of the 13 showings of the Dementia 13 on Friday the 13th. Too bad this isn't the year 2013. Whoa, lining them up. But, you know, we can only do what we got, right? So we've got Dementia 13, and we got the Friday the 13th going at us. So we are bringing up the facts, getting the research. Well, they did the research. I can't take credit for this. No, okay. So, and Monkey, sorry. Morgan takes care of his friends. Yeah, he's a very dedicated guy, right? He's very loyal, things like that, okay? That's why I sometimes treat him like a dog. Okay, now, huh? Okay. You can't hear too good either sometimes, okay? But I'm going to take this next one here. Be careful. Whoa, balance of things are starting to shift. We've been up a long time watching this thing. We're getting kind of tired. Yeah. So, okay, got one here. Whoa. Well, that one made me do some work. Oh, golly, I got it. Lou Ann Anders. Wow. She's in this. She's has a major role in this film. And she's in a lot of things that, you know, that kind of from the A to the B. I mean, she was in The Pit, the Pendulum. You know. She was in Night Tide. Remember Night Tide? Yeah, the mermaid thing, Dennis Hopper stuff. She was in Easy Rider. Yeah. Born to be Wild. And Last Detail. Okay. You know, she was friends. You know, a lot of these people hung out with Jack Nicholson, or Jack Nicholson hang out with them. Yeah. And she was in Shampoo. So she wasn't in Spider Baby, as far as I know. Right? I mean, this is your fact stuff, but I can't think that she was. Maybe if you go do your own research, you might find out that she had a small role in Spider Baby that we didn't see. Okay. Because Spider Baby kind of pops up throughout all this stuff. Folks, I know you're really getting into this. That the service that we are giving you of this marathon of Dementia 13 on Friday the 13th. And I have a feeling if we keep showing these, we're probably into Friday the 14th, or maybe Saturday morning the 14th. That's okay. We're up all night, right? And if it is the 14th, we think back like, oh, you know, it is Friday the 13th. It was Friday the 13th. Right? Yes. Yeah, in behind us. Right. Okay. Roll 'em. Hey, man. We are showing you the good stuff tonight, right? Marathon of Dementia 13 on Friday the 13th, or the 14th of Saturday, okay? And, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, if we had a film 300, which we don't, we'd show that 300 times. Sure we would, right? Round the clock, we'd do 300 different kinds of intros. Whoa! That would be fun. Huh? Yeah, okay, well, we've got 4 left. Okay? I guess it's sort of doesn't matter now which one I take it out of. Either way, it's going to be out of balance here. So I'm going to take it. You pick. Which one do you think I should? That one. Okay. Wow, and this one has number 13 on it. I can hear it. Okay. You know, I thought that when I broke it, I'd be able to like put this on there and play it, but it just kind of explodes all of a sudden, you know? So here we go. Oh, man. right there. Whoa, and this is like a book. This is like a book here.
I did that.
Yeah, you did this one? Okay, well, yeah, look at it. William Campbell is in this. Not Bruce Campbell. No, William Campbell. And he's one of the main characters in this thing, right? And, well, look at all these other things he was in. He was in Bloodbath and Operation Titian. Yeah. So, yeah, got the Jack Hill connection. And even with Operation Titian, that was the Patrick McGee thing. Some of you might know him more from Star Trek. You wrote Star Strek. That's a good joke, okay? But it says Star Trek, Strek here. Okay, but yeah, that's okay. He played this Koloth, okay, in Trouble with Tribbles. You remember the Trouble with Tribbles? Remember the Tribbles didn't like them, you know. So it's like he played Koloth, and he repeated that role as Koloth in Deep Space Nine. The big one that I like him in though is he played Trelane in the Squire of Gothos. Remember that? He was all dressed up and he had a harpsichord and stuff, and he always was near a mirror all the time because that was sort of like projecting all of this stuff. And it turns out that he was really just a little boy, little baby. Right? Remember that? His parents are, gosh, Mom, I was just having fun with these guys and you ruin my fun all the time. And he kicks some cans around, gets mad, you know, and then they take him, you know, and they say, Mr. Kirk, sir, you know, Captain, you know, thanks for tolerating our wayward youth, right? So it was really kind of a JD film, right? He was a juvenile delinquent, right? Well, you did some good work on this one. Well, I'm hoping you're enjoying our marathon. That is, well, bringing you Dementia 13 over and over and over and over and over again. Roll 'em. You remember when we won this 2003 telly? Okay, it was for Tumbleweed Theater, but yeah, look at these other ones that we have. This one here was well, we got second in decorated vehicle 2008 Freedom Festival Parade. Now all along I thought that was first place. What? Yeah, this one was even held out on the Kirkwood campus. What? Should have been first place. I didn't know that. Because I shouldn't read these things. I'm afraid to read this one. This was the first time. Whoa. Okay, this was the first time that we were in a parade. This was 2002. That would have been our first year. Okay, and we were only on a few months at that point, and we won first place in original costume. Okay, and that's what it says too. Okay. This one, I don't know. I'm gonna put this one down here. I didn't realize that wasn't first place. Okay, well, anyway, we're doing this marathon of Dementia 13 on our celebration of the Friday the 13th. And in each one of these balloons, there is a fact. I got 3 left. Let's see. I'm going to take the purple. I like purple. I eat a jelly beans. That's my favorite jelly bean. It's purple. I love that. Okay. Doesn't taste that good, but I bet you they all taste the same. Something in there, kind of small, but you know, small things, you know, can be big and good. Right, so here we go. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Man, what'd you make this one out of? Oh! Whoa, it's long. Where is it? It's right here. Oh, Francis Ford Coppola met his wife Eleanor Coppola during the making of this film. She was the set decorator. Isn't that sweet? Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, maybe we'll show this again on our Valentine's Day episode. Oh, right, because there's such love in this. And when you look at the sets and how well they're dressed and things like that, think of Eleanor Coppola, right? And think about they fell in love during this thing. And no doubt that that love, you know, kind of came through in the film. You know, the dedication that you find, and also the sort of the sweetness that one finds in the characters of the film. Oh, that's so that's so nice. I like that. That's really cool. Well, yeah. So folks, Dementia 13, watch it again. We just got a couple more showings here. I was kind of sad about it. I was looking behind here while we were watching Dementia 13, and I saw that there were just two more airings of this thing. This means that we're coming to the close of our marathon. And we've learned a lot about this, thanks to these guys, right, who put this stuff together. And I'm hoping you're enjoying this this marathon. You know, I'll tell you, I'm hoping that maybe by this time you're in bed and you're watching this while you're sleeping, and maybe you kind of doze off for a little bit, and then you wake up, and then maybe you can't remember if you're watching. You know, well, did I see this part before? Which version? You know, where am I in the film? Okay. So you never know. I do that myself. I will put on something that over and over again that may be in a loop, and I'm like, oh, you know, where am I in this thing? Right? And it really makes the film different. It makes it new for you. So, yeah, we got two more out here. I'm gonna take the red one. Yeah, the red one. Oh, well, we gotta be careful here because this is a balance of things, as we've said. Wow, that's nice. I hear that in there. Number 9. Okay, here we go. Oh, it went over there. Can you get it? Wow, we were. Okay. I thought they'd be all over there, but now, you know, here we go. Here. Oh, this is another book. Yeah. Mary Mitchell, she's an actress that's in this film, and well, there's some films that she made that kind of, she was in the Panic in the Year Zero, that Ray Milland. She was in Bram Stoker's Dracula, which was another of the Coppola films, so that shows you later down the lane. And she was in Spider Baby. Oh, yeah. And she's got some great lines in Spider Baby. I love her in Spider Baby. That's a great movie. Okay. I love them at the dinner table while they're talking. You know, and Bruno's got the great logic and the great sage wisdom. And we're going to have to show that again, you know, and sort of talk about Bruno and his logic. But we're doing Dementia 13. And Dementia 13 deserves to be seen again. Well, let's roll it. Hey, everybody. We're down to the last of our showings of Dementia 13. What a beautiful evening we have had. What a great experience, and I've loved being with you every second of this great marathon ride, Mark. Got one more here. Gonna pull this out, and then I'm gonna break it and find out the last great fact. Whoa, I thought that thing was going. Where's my knife? Mark! Can't trust him with anything, right? Come on, you're not that bored, are you? No, come on, you're the one putting it together. It was your, you know what, this was all his idea, right? So if he, don't bail on me. Okay, we got one more showing of this. Let's see, okay, what we got here. Oh! Okay. Well, I can't read writing for reading. Oh, well, geez, we saved the last great fact. Francis Ford Coppola was the director of this film, and he was credited as Francis Coppola. And you know him, right? I mean, he wrote the screenplay for Patton. He did all of the Godfather films. Yeah, he did The Conversation. He did Bram Stoker's Dracula. He is a major director. Okay, and I bet you when he thinks back on the things that inspired him, the things that really got him walking in the right direction, was the idea that he was going to be doing Dementia 13. When he's setting up a shot, for instance, in Godfather, he's thinking, how did I do it in Dementia 13? So let's roll that. One more, huh? You guys lose count or something? Well, no, it's got a big question mark on it. Well, I guess we got a bonus, right? So maybe you don't have to go out and do any extra research, right? Because, hey, we got it right here. Let's see what's in this thing. Is that it? Okay, well, it better be worth something. I will commit this to memory and then swallow it. Okay, let's see what it is. Oh, another! One of the great things that should have been talked about a long time ago was that Roger Corman was the producer of this film. Now, you can probably guess that's the case. We talked a little bit about how he let Coppola use the set that he was working on in Ireland. But Roger Corman, what a great man. Was a sort of a guy who mentored so many great talents like Coppola. And likewise, of course, he made so many great films himself. And though he did not direct this film, it does have some of the imprimatur, okay, of some Corman-esque type of stuff, which some of the Poe-like things maybe that you see. Well, thank you guys, and thank you for the bonus fact. Sure, I'm glad we worked it in. One more time, watch movie.